Hello friends, today we're going to talk about the Practicing Mind by Thomas Sterner book. In our life, we often focus too much to achieve anything. What kind of result we want? We want to learn to play the guitar as soon as possible, become a painting master, or become perfect in a new skill. But Thomas M. Sterner explains in this book that the real fun comes when we focus on the process, i.e. the journey, instead of the product, i.e. the final result, in which we are learning something. When we think only about the result, we start hurrying, get frustrated, and forget to enjoy. Imagine you have decided to learn to play a new musical instrument. You think every day when you will be able to play that song perfectly, which you like very much. But whenever you sit down to practice, you feel that there is still a lot to learn. Your fingers are not moving properly. The music is not coming out right, and you get irritated. Now the problem here is not that you cannot learn, but that you are only looking at the result and not enjoying the process. Sterner says that to achieve mastery in anything, it is most important that you focus not only on the result, but on the journey. When you adopt this mindset that you have to focus only on practice and enjoy the process, then gradually your skills start developing on their own, and you keep improving without stress. To understand this better, suppose you have to make a painting. If you will think after every stroke how the final painting will look, then you can get disappointed every time you look at the paper. You will feel that it is not looking anything special right now, and this will also lower your confidence. But if you look at every stroke from the perspective that right now you are just making a painting, and this process is fun in itself, then you will be able to do better work without any pressure. If we look from the perspective of sports, top athletes also have the same mindset. They do not focus only on winning the trophy, but enjoy everyday training. Small growth every day makes them win the final match. If a cricketer plays thinking only that he has to score a century, then he may not be able to perform due to the fear of missing every ball. But when he plays every ball carefully and works on every movement, then he becomes a great batsman. Now apply this in life. Many times we get so worried after seeing a big goal that we get tired even before achieving it. Suppose you have to prepare for an exam, and you just keep thinking about how many marks you have to get in the end. If your entire focus is only on that number, then studying will start feeling like a burden for you. But if you adopt this mindset that every day you will enjoy studying a little bit, understanding every new topic will be a small achievement, then you will learn better without stress. You will find that Sterner's idea is not limited to just studying or learning skills, but is applicable to everything. If you want, you can see it in your personal life as well. For example, if you want to adopt a new habit, say the habit of waking up early in the morning. If you keep thinking every day that I am not able to wake up early, I don't know when this will become a habit, then you can discuss. But if you just focus on the process, that is, keep adjusting some time every day, then you can adopt this habit without any pressure. Similarly, if people who go to the gym exercise only thinking about when they will have a perfect body figure, then they may get tired soon and may even quit. But if they go with the mindset that they have to improve something every day and enjoy every day's exercise, then they can continue it for a long time, and the results will start coming automatically. Actually, when we focus only on the final result, we come under pressure, can get disappointed and give up on the way. But when we focus only on small steps every day and complete this entire journey, when we enjoy, we not only become better, but also remain happy. This idea of Sterner teaches us a very big lesson: patience and presence, being present when we do every work with the thought that we have to become perfect in it. Then we start making mistakes in haste. But when we enjoy the process of doing that work, then we automatically, when a person learns to walk, he does not think that he should learn to run quickly. He just keeps on doing the process of walking. He falls again and again, but he enjoys it. Similarly, when we start any new task, we should take it like a game where we can enjoy every step without worrying about when we will get the final result. So next time, whenever you start learning a new skill, try to adopt a new habit or move towards a big goal. Then remember this thing: the result will come on its own. Just learn to enjoy the process. Many times we think in our mind that the result will come on its own. Just learn to enjoy the process. We are thinking so much that we are not able to see properly what is right in front of us. If you like our free summary, you can subscribe to our channel. Now, let's go back to the summary. Our mind is either stuck in the past. I wish I had not made that mistake. or the future keeps running into the future. What will happen next? Will I be able to be successful? But Stirner says a very important thing about this. The most peace and productivity comes when we learn to live in the present moment. Think, have you ever done some work and later thought that I was not able to put my full attention into it, or I did not even remember how I did it? The reason for this is that when we are doing something, our mind is often wandering somewhere else. We are thinking about something else, either the problems of the past or the tension of the future. This is the reason why we are not completely immersed in any work, and the quality that should come is not achieved. Stirner explains this thing in a very simple way. Suppose you are making a painting. If your attention goes to how bad the last painting was, or if you just keep thinking about how the final painting will look, then your attention will not be on the brushstrokes. You will not be able to enjoy that painting, and neither will your output be as it should be. But if you apply every stroke by feeling it completely in that moment without worrying about anything else, then your painting will also turn out better, and you will also feel more satisfied. The biggest point here is that our mind keeps swinging between the future and the past, and we forget to live in the present. But when we learn to keep ourselves focused in this moment, then a different kind of clarity comes in our life. Now let us understand this from another angle. Suppose you are preparing for an exam. If your entire focus is only on the fact that if I fail, then what will happen, or did I get less marks earlier also? This time also, if the subject is difficult, then you will not be able to focus while studying. Your mind will be in tension, and you will not be able to understand things either. But if you just focus on this, that right now at this moment I am reading the chapter, I just have to understand it properly, then you will be able to study better, and will be able to make a solid grip before going to the next topic. Stirner says that a lot of our anxiety and stress is only because we are not in the present moment. When we focus only on this moment, then the mind is more calm, distractions are less, and we are able to do every work with more efficiency. Now let's take an everyday situation like driving. If you are driving a car but your focus is on what to talk to the boss in the office or on why you had a fight with someone in the morning, then what will happen? It is possible that you forget to put the indicator properly, cross the red light, or get hit by another vehicle if there is a possibility of a collision, but you concentrate only on driving at that time. Then you will be safer and the journey will also be more smooth. Similarly, if we are talking to someone, but our attention is somewhere else, then the other person also notices that we are not focusing. This means that we are neither able to talk well nor make relationships strong. But when we talk to someone by being fully present, that is, we focus completely on listening to the other person, notice his expressions, and enjoy the conversation, then our communication skills also improve, and the other person also feels the connection. Now let us look at this lesson from another interesting angle: mindful. Mindful means doing any work with full awareness. Like if you are eating food, but at that time you are scrolling on the phone or thinking about something else, then you will not be able to feel the taste of that food properly. But if you are not focused at all, then you will not be able to feel the taste of that food properly. Take the bite carefully. Feel every flavor. Then the food will taste better. This is being mindful. Whatever you do, do it with full consciousness and senses. Do everything by being completely in the moment. This lesson of Stirner also teaches us that we spoil our present by getting stuck in the mistakes of the past or worrying about the future. But the truth is that we have only the right now, and we can do the best in this moment. Think about it. When a musician is performing on stage, is he thinking about how was his performance in the last show, or what will happen if he plays a wrong note? No, he is completely in the moment, feels every note of his, and only then can he give a great performance. Stirner teaches us that if we do all our work with this mindset, that we have to focus only on the present, then our productivity will also increase, and our life will become more simple and relaxed. So the next time whenever you feel that your mind is getting entangled in useless worries, then just ask yourself a question. What am I doing at this moment, and am I fully evolved in this work? If the answer is no, then just slow down. Bring your focus back to the task at hand and see how things get better. Living in the present moment is not a magic trick. It is a habit that develops slowly, but when you learn it, a different kind of peace and enjoyment comes into your life. So why not start practicing it right now? Have you ever thought that our biggest fight is with whom? not with others, but with ourselves. We face many such moments every day where our mind wants something on one side, but we know what is actually right. Suppose you have decided to get up early in the morning, but when the alarm goes off, your mind says, "Let's sleep for some more time." This is the moment where self-control comes into play. If you can control your mind and choose what is right, then you can achieve mastery in anything. Thomas M. Sterner emphasizes that our thoughts control our actions. If our thoughts are scattered, then we can achieve mastery in anything. If we are confused and running here and there, then our behavior will also be the same. Imagine if a sports player keeps thinking all the time during his match that what will happen if I lose, or if I was not able to play well last time, then will he be able to give his best performance, because his focus will not be on the game, but on his fear. This is the reason that people who learn to control their mind are able to face even big challenges easily. Self-control does not only mean that you suppress your desires, but its real meaning is that you understand which thing is right for you and then choose that, even if your mind says to do something else. Suppose you are following a diet and you know that avoiding junk food will be right for you. But as soon as you come in front of your favorite fast food, your mind says that let's just eat it today. I will control it from tomorrow. If you do not control your thoughts, then you will be able to control yourself. If you fail to do this, you will always be stuck in this cycle and will not be able to reach your goals. Sterner explains this thing in more depth, that self-control is not only related to external habits, but it is completely related to our mindset. When we leave our mind uncontrolled, it runs towards all kinds of unwanted things, negative thoughts, distractibility music. It will not be under control, but if you slowly train it, teach it to run on the right path, then the same horse will take you where you want to go. Our mind is also like this. If we leave it uncontrolled, it takes us towards wrong habits, destructions, and problems. But if we learn to control it, then it will take us where we really want to go. Sterner makes another very important point, that self-control is not needed only when we are trying to achieve a big goal, but it is necessary in every small moment. Suppose you are working on a project. If you are doing something and you feel like checking social media for a while, then if you are not able to stop yourself, then you do not even know when this few minutes turn into hours. This is the reason that people who learn to control their small habits are able to bring big changes in the long run. Another interesting angle of self-control is that it brings discipline and stability in our life. When we learn to control ourselves in any situation, then we are less affected by external things. Suppose someone is trying to make you angry. If you do not have control over yourself, then you will immediately get angry, and maybe you will say something that you will regret later. But if you have self-control, then you will look at the situation with a calm mind and give a thoughtful answer. Take another example. If you are a student and you have to study, but you feel like playing video games, you know that studies are important, but your mind says that you should just play games for 10 minutes. If you control yourself at that moment and concentrate on your studies, then you take the right step for your future. But if you do not stop yourself, then this habit gradually takes you away from productive things. Sterner's teaching is that self-control is not an inbuilt quality. It is a skill that develops with practice. This means that if you are struggling to control your thoughts and actions right now, it does not mean that you cannot learn it. But the more you pay attention to it, the better you will become. Now the question arises how to develop self-control. The first thing is awareness. If you do not even know where you are losing control over your thoughts and behavior, then it will be difficult to correct it. So first of all, start observing in which situations you are not able to control yourself. The second thing is to take small steps. Self-control does not happen overnight. If you put too much pressure on yourself, thinking that from today I will become 100% disciplined, then it will not last long. Instead, set small targets. Accept that you have to reduce the use of social media. First, decide that you will use it for only 1 hour a day, and then gradually reduce it further. Third thing is to avoid distraction. If you have to control yourself in anything, then the easiest way is to stay away from those things which distract you. If you get distracted by the phone while studying, then put it on silent mode or keep it in another room. If you have not got rid of the habit of eating junk food, then there is no need to bring it in the house. Fourth thing is to be mindful. Whenever you feel that your mind is going in the wrong direction, just stop for a second and ask yourself if it is right. Sometimes just by doing this, you can control your actions. Self-control is like a superpower. People who learn it can run their life according to their own wishes. They can reach their goals, improve their habits, and handle their emotions in a better way. But those who do not try to learn it become slaves of their desires and distractions. So now the question is not whether you have self-control or not. The question is whether you are ready to learn and practice it. If yes, then start paying attention to your small decisions from now itself and see how your life gradually gets worse. Have you ever noticed that when we learn something new, we have so many expectations from ourselves? Suppose you started learning guitar, and in the first week itself, you started feeling that you should be absolutely perfect. But as soon as you start making mistakes, you feel that perhaps this is not in your control. This is where a practicing mind is needed. Sterner explains that if we keep a calm and focused mindset while learning or doing anything without judgment and anxiety, then we can grow faster and can also enjoy that journey. Practicing mind means that whenever we do something, we keep a calm and focused mindset without judgment and anxiety. When we are doing something, we should just focus on that thing without the fear of what we're doing wrong or how perfect we should be. When we adopt this mindset, our progress becomes more smooth and natural. But the problem comes when we start judging ourselves, start putting pressure on ourselves, and start looking for perfection all the time. Think about when a child learns to walk, he falls, gets up, and then falls. But he never thinks that I am not doing well or I should know how to run in one go. He just knows that right now he is practicing and gradually he will get better at it. But as we grow up, we start forgetting this natural practicing mindset and start trying to become perfectionists. In this process, we start judging ourselves more than necessary and get disappointed quickly. Sterner says a very simple thing about this. When you are practicing something, you should practice it. You should enjoy the process without worrying about whether you are being perfect or not. Suppose you are making a painting, and if you start thinking after every brush stroke whether it looks right or not, whether the final painting will be good or not, the component placement, then you will never be able to enjoy that process. But if you make a painting with the thought that you are still learning and every stroke is making you better, then you will be able to work in a more relaxed and creative way. If we apply this thing to any other activity, then the matter becomes more clear. Suppose you are learning piano, and if you get frustrated every time you make a mistake and think that why am I not able to do this, then your mind will go into tension and you will start making more mistakes. But if you look at it from this perspective that right now I am just practicing and every mistake is a part of my learning, then you will learn faster without stress. Sterner is this mind two big benefits of adopting the mindset are peace and focus. When we understand that instead of perfecting anything, we are just practicing, the pressure of perfection is removed from us. We remain more calm and are able to focus better on that work. Let us understand this from another angle. Suppose you're starting to go to the gym and you want quick results. If every day you start seeing how much my muscles have grown, how much my weight has reduced, then you will put too much pressure on yourself. And if the result is not seen immediately, then you can get disappointed. But if you adopt this mindset that I am just practicing and my focus is only on becoming better every day, then you will do the gym without stress and get better results. Sterner also tells that when we adopt a practicing mind, we stay in things for a longer time. Many people start learning a new skill but leave it in a few days because they set very high expectations from themselves, and when they are not able to perform according to their expectations, they get disappointed. But if we just keep this mindset that I am getting better every day, then we can continue anything for a long time and achieve mastery in it. We can apply this mindset in studies as well. Many students think that they should immediately learn everything in a perfect way. If a topic seems difficult, they start judging themselves and think that maybe I cannot do it. But if they adopt this mindset that I am just practicing and getting better every day, then they can learn without any stress and maintain consistency for a long time. Practicing mind also means that we take every activity like a game, where our aim is only to enjoy and gradually become better. When we adopt this mindset, we stop getting worried about small things. Now, applying this to relationships. Let's say you want to improve your communication skills. If you start thinking after every conversation, whether you said the right thing or not, or whether the other person liked what I said or not, then you will judge yourself too much. And maybe you won't be able to communicate very well either. But if you look at it as a practice and think that I am just gradually improving my conversation, then you will feel more natural and confident. Stirner also explains that the practicing mind prevents us from getting tired or giving up quickly. When we adopt this mindset that we are just enjoying this journey and learning something new every day, then we remain motivated for a longer time. The easiest way to adopt a practicing mind is that whenever you are doing something, ask yourself this question: am I doing it with a perfectionist mindset or a practicing mindset? If you are judging yourself every time and taking the pressure of being perfect, then this is a red flag. At that time, remind yourself that I am just practicing and my job is to become a little better every day. When we learn to adopt this mindset, our life becomes much simpler. It becomes more fun. We do not feel anxiety or pressure of perfection in everything. Rather, we just enjoy every activity and gradually master it. This is the biggest lesson of Thomas M. Turner's book. Do not focus on perfection. Just keep practicing and enjoy the journey. Have you ever thought, what is the biggest obstacle when we learn something new? Our own judgment. As soon as we try something new, our mind immediately starts judging us. Why am I not doing so well? Why am I not able to do this? Maybe I will never be able to become good at this. This is the pattern that prevents us from moving forward. Thomas M. Turner tells a very simple but powerful method about this. DC method, do, observe, correct. This method says that whenever you are learning something, first do it without judging yourself. Take action, then observe what went right and what went wrong in it, and then do it without any emotional stress. When we do anything with this mindset, we learn faster and keep improving without any unnecessary pressure. Imagine you are learning to drive a car. If every time you change gears, you start judging yourself that why am I not able to do the component placement correctly, then will you be able to learn by relaxing? Probably not. But if you look at it as a simple process, first do it, change gears, then see what went right, what went wrong, and then correct it. Next time, do something more carefully. Then you will learn quickly without any unnecessary stress. This is the DC method. Just observe without judging yourself and keep improving gradually. Now let's apply this to any other activity. Suppose you are learning public speaking. If as soon as you go on stage, you start thinking what will happen if I say something wrong, or what will people think, then your entire focus will go on your judgment and not on your performance. But if you just go with this mindset that I will first speak, and then I will see what happened, observe what went right and what didn't, and then correct it the next time, then you will improve faster and become a better speaker without unnecessary pressure. The biggest advantage of the DC method is that it protects us from negative emotions. When we judge ourselves too much, we get stuck in fear and anxiety. We think that if we make a mistake, everything will be ruined, and due to this fear, we start getting scared of trying new things. But when we remind ourselves that I am still learning, and every mistake of mine is for improvement and not for judging myself, then we feel more relaxed and perform better. Let's understand this from a musician's point of view. Suppose someone is learning piano, and every time he plays a wrong note, he starts getting angry with himself and thinks that how useless I am. Then his mind will be filled with fear, and he will make more mistakes. But if he just keeps this mindset that, okay, I played a wrong note, now I will observe. I try to find out where I made a mistake and correct it the next time. Then he will be able to learn faster without any pressure. Stirner explains that whenever we are learning something new, we do not need to be too strict on ourselves. Rather, we should just keep a calm and observant mindset, like a scientist is doing an experiment. When a scientist does a new experiment and the result does not come as per his expectations, does he blame himself? No. He just sees where he made a mistake and then corrects it the next time. We should also adopt the same mindset. Now think, if you are starting a new business, if in the first month you do not make as much profit as you had thought, then you have two options. Either start cursing yourself that I am not good in business, or adopt the DC method. First see what you did, then see what went right and what went wrong. Observe and then correct accordingly the next time. If you adopt the second method, then you will be able to improve your business without losing hope. The best advantage of the DC method is that it makes us habituated to see everything as a natural learning process. When we adopt this mindset that every mistake is an opportunity to learn and not a failure, then we start being much more productive and happy in life. Now apply this in relationships. Suppose you want to improve your communication skills. If every time you talk to someone and something goes wrong, you start blaming yourself that I did not talk in the right way, then you will gradually start avoiding talking to people. But if you keep this mindset that, okay, I talked today, now I will see what went well and what should be improved, and next time I will try to do something better, then you will be able to improve your skills without any fear. Sterner tells another important thing about this. When we stop judging ourselves, we become more creative and efficient. When we leave our mind free, without any unnecessary pressure, we are able to give a better performance. Look at it from an artist's point of view. If a painter thinks every time before using the brush, what will happen if it is not perfect, then he will never be able to paint freely. But if he adopts the mindset that I will just enjoy my painting whatever happens, I will look at it later and correct it, then his creativity will come out freely. Similarly, if you're learning a new language and are afraid of mispronouncing it every time, then you will never be able to speak freely. But if you adopt the mindset that I will first try and then see what was right and what was wrong and then correct it, then you will be able to learn quickly without any hesitation. This is the real magic of the Doctor method. It makes us habituated to see life as an experiment where every mistake is just a part of learning and not something that we should be afraid of. So now the question is not whether we will make mistakes or not, because mistakes will happen, but the question is whether we will judge ourselves by looking at those mistakes or will see them as an observer and gradually correct them. If we choose the second option, then our life will be much easier and it will become fun. We will not worry about perfection in everything. Rather, we will just enjoy the journey and gradually move towards improvement. This is the teaching of Thomas M. Sterner. Don't judge yourself. Just observe, improve, and keep moving forward. In fact, our biggest obstacle is our own mind. When we stop judging ourselves and just start enjoying the journey of learning, only then we can truly grow. Sterner's DC method teaches us this. Don't be hard on yourself. Just look at everything as an observer and gradually keep improving. If you curse yourself for every mistake, then you will never be able to move forward with confidence. But if you look at it as an experiment, then every mistake will give you a new lesson and you will be able to reach your full potential without any fear and without any burden. Most important in life is, it is not important how quickly you become perfect, but it is how consistently you do it without judging yourself. When you adopt this mindset that I am learning and every mistake is a part of my improvement, then you will not only be happier, but will also get success faster. So next time when you make a mistake in anything, do not curse yourself. Just stop for a second and think, I did it, I saw, I observed, and now I will improve. This mindset will give you both success and satisfaction. So friends, this was our book summary today. How did you like it? Do let us know by commenting. And thank you for listening to the summary.